Welcome students. Today we are going to learn about the new lesson, our constitution. Aim: to explain that the constitution sets the rules on how a country needs to be governed. To explain that secularism is a national goal enshrined in our constitution. Read some important keywords related in this lesson are constitution, constitution, drafted, drafted, preamble, preamble, secular, secular, tolerance, tolerance, interfere, interfere, sovereign, sovereign, liberty, liberty, fraternity, fraternity, faith and faith. Students, what happens if someone breaks a rule while playing a game? If we break a rule while playing a game, it spoils the team spirit. We all need to follow certain rules in school. We should come on time, respect one another, not damage school property, not hurt one another, and not use bad language. Rules tells us what we can do and what we cannot do in school. Like this, country also needs some set of rules. We need to have a set of rules in a document called Constitution for governing a country. After India got freedom from British rule, our leaders felt the need to have a constitution that would lay down the rules to govern the country. The Indian Constitution was drafted by a group of 300 people who formed the Constituent Assembly. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee of the Indian Constitution. And Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president of the Constitution Assembly. The Indian Constitution has 22 parts, 449 articles and 12 schedules. The Indian Constitution came into force on 26th January 1950. The preamble or introduction to the Indian Constitution declares India as a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic. Equality means all citizens will be treated as equal. Justice implies that all are equal before the law. A secular country does not recognize any official religion nor interfere with the religious beliefs of people. Our India will not interfere with the religious beliefs of people and does not enforce any particular religion. It allows certain communities to use objects central to their religious beliefs such as a turban, skull cap, cross, burqa and head scarf. It shows tolerance towards all faiths. Next, we will learn about two other features of the Indian Constitution, the fundamental rights and duties. We are all free to do many things. Nobody can stop us. They are our fundamental rights. We also have certain duties towards our country. These are known as fundamental duties. Both our fundamental rights and duties are listed in our Constitution. We have the right to worship any god, travel anywhere in India, express our views freely, choose any work, preserve our language and culture, not force someone to do a job, and treat everyone equally. These fundamental rights are protected by our constitution. We can talk the help of the court if anyone stop us from enjoying these rights. Some of our fundamental duties towards our country are respecting our national anthem, national flag, protecting wildlife and environment, respecting women, staying together as Indians, and fighting for our country if there is a war. Besides these rights and duties, our constitution also contains some guidelines for our progress, known as the directive principles of state policy. Next, we will learn about why national symbols and national days are important for the people of a country. National symbols and national days are related to the history of our country and mark some important events of our country. This is our national flag, our national emblem, national currency Indian rupee, national animal tiger, national bird peacock, national fruit mango, national flower lotus, national river Ganges, our national tree banyan tree, national sport hockey, national heritage animal elephant, national reptile king cobra, national aquatic animal Ganges river dolphin. Students, some days are related to important events in the history of our country. These days are celebrated throughout the nation and are known as national days or national festivals. India celebrates 3 national festivals: Independence Day, Republic Day and Gandhi Jayanti. National symbols and national days are a part of our history and therefore need to be respected and celebrated. Okay students, today what we learned? Today we learn about what are the Constitution of India, what are the fundamental rights and duties, what are the national symbols, and which days are celebrated throughout our nation. Thank you children.